Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your high five duo with a Puffco Pete glass top dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday. Good morning. The most difficult thing that we have to do in our lives is accept loss. I've discussed it with everybody. But the loss I'm speaking of right now is not that loss. I am not speaking of right now the loss of a loved one, God forbid, the loss of a friend, God forbid, the loss of somebody that you cared about. I'm not talking about the loss of a person. I am talking about the loss of parts of your body to use, the loss of the use of parts of your body. Think about it. Unfortunately, the way that I have handled the acceptance of loss is really not accepting the loss. This is important because what I've always been trying to do with physical things is make it work. Try to make it work. Keep trying to make it work. Make it work. Find a way to make it work. Keep trying to make it work. Make it work. Keep trying to make it work. Keep trying to make it work. Make it work. Which resulted in hurt yourself more. I hurt myself more. I can do less now. My family can do less now. I've hurt myself more. I can do less now. My family can do less now. A very, very, very vicious circle. Eventually, you realize that you're hitting not just the wall we've spoken about. You're not hitting the thing that we keep trying to go around and over and under and through in all these different ways I've spoken about. Now you're hitting something that's an immovable object. What do you do when you hit that? Well, you know what you have to first do? You have to first accept that you can no longer go through it, around it, break it down, and keep going. You have to accept it. Sorry, I know it's a problem. Whatever that problem is, you have to accept it. And you have to move on to the next thing. Because it's going to happen. More is going to happen. You have to accept it and keep going. True acceptance on physical issues that you no longer can do must be handled differently than physical acceptance of something else. Mental acceptance, of something else. What you have to do is you have to accept something totally different. What you have to do is you have to grieve. You have to grieve. You have to mourn. Instead of accepting that loss, accepting is not enough. Saying, I can't do it. Because I can't do it means that I'm still going to try to do it. No matter how much I say I'm accepting it. No, incorrect. With physical limitations that can cause harm, no matter what they are, you need to listen to your body, number one. And you need to listen to your doctors. And not have that mantra that says, I can do it no matter what, I can do it no matter what. You've got to understand that it's okay to mourn the loss. If you've sprained your arm or your elbow, stop trying to do things with it. Mourn the loss. Put it in a sling or a brace and don't use it for a while. If you've sprained your ankle, you're not going to go back in and play more ball. You're going to accept the loss of the ankle and say, you know what, I can't do it right now. It'd be wonderful if we could figure these things out ahead of time. Very difficult. It happens on the fly to all human beings. Life is called on the fly. And remember, I'm the push-through guy. I'm the guy that talks about pushing through. But sometimes, in this specific case, physical issues sometimes must be dealt with and accepted, and you must mourn the loss. Why? Why am I so adamant about mourn the loss, mourn the loss? Because you can hurt yourself more if you don't. You've got to mourn the loss of what's gone. Take stock of what's left and figure it out. You can no longer keep pounding and say to yourself, oh, it's okay, I can do it. You know, my therapist for 20 years kept trying to tell me, mourn the loss. Stop doing this to yourself. Mourn the loss. Well, because I was a high-level sales guy and I couldn't take no for an answer, okay? There was no answer. The answer is mourn the loss and move on. I'll say it again. Mourn the loss and move on. We're not talking about people's loss of people and loved ones, the emotional loss. We are talking about physical limitations that you've encountered, that I've always said push through, and that you have to keep trying and push through. Well, guess what? There's a point where you've got to mourn the loss, the point where you're going to re-injure or injure yourself more. This is incredibly good advice. I have made the mistake. I have made the mistake in many ways. I am trying to teach all of us here not to make the mistake I have. When you have something that's physical, that's a limitation, you must mourn the loss. Once it finally happens and it's a loss and it can't be fixed, you must mourn the loss, accept it, and move on. This is extremely good mental thinking for us all. We do not want to stay in one place frozen all of our lives. You know what? When you're mourning the loss, you know what you're doing? You're actually creating a new you. Think about it. You're mourning the loss that you used to be able to run around that track at the school 40 times. And now you have to sit in the bleachers on a cushion because you're walking up the stairs at a bleacher with a cane. Mourn the loss. Accept it. It's okay. Mourn it, accept it, and move on. I've been caught too many times, flat-footed, not mourning the loss, but trying to fix it. Mr. Fix It. Senior Stoner. Mr. Fix It. My mission in life to make everything good. Well, guess what? Guess what, everybody? You can't make everything good. Some things, physical things, need to be not damaged more. You must mourn the loss of those capabilities and move on. Let's take our dab of the day. And remember this. This is an important one today. Cheers, everybody. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments on mourning the loss of physical capabilities. Cheers. I'm so adamant because I haven't taken this advice. I'm going to now. And I hope all of you do too, or at least think about it. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day. And remember, one more time, mourn the loss and move on. Cheers, everybody. Have a great day.